TSC welcomes you to this broadcast of high school football on NKTelco Sports. We're at Harmon Field where the Van Wert Cougars will take on the Wapakoneta Redskins. Tonight's game being brought to you by the following sponsors. Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, and NKTelco bringing you tonight's game between Wapakoneta and Van Wert. I'm Dave Helmstetter. Alongside me this evening, AJ Lacey, and we've got what could be a classic Western Buckeye League contest featuring two state-ranked football teams at Harmon Field. Taking a look at Van Wert. Van Wert, a regional finalist a year ago, co-champions with Wapakoneta. They come rolling into week number 4 with quite an offensive juggernaut, unbeaten at 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, they're led by pretty much all-world Hayden Pratt. He pretty much does it all. He runs the ball, he throws the ball, does a great job leading this team to a 3-0 record. And if he can't get it going, I think Van Wert's going to have some trouble tonight.
And you take a look at the Wapakoneta Redskins, a really tough grind-out schedule to start the season out. They start out with Marion Local, a tough loss, 3 touchdowns to 1 basically, late in the game. Marion Local comes on strong, but the Redskins pick up one of the biggest wins of the early season by knocking off St. Mary's in overtime last week.
Well, are you surprised it went into overtime? I mean, I don't know how many games we've done together, Dave, but Wapak St. Mary's is always that game where you circle it because it's going to be a barn burner, and it was last week, an overtime game, 29-22. But with the Wapak Redskins, that Marion Local game, they were in that game. I mean, they were pretty much both sides of the ball beating up on Marion Local and making it a game. And yeah, they lost by 2 touchdowns, but they also showed what type of team they are, and they're very young. They got some young kids. I mean, you look at the quarterback, Caleb Moyer, very freshman. You got our running backs, which are a junior and a sophomore. I'll tell you what, these kids are believing what they can do. And coming into this, I look at this is the WBL game of the year right here. This is what's going to determine who is going to win. And the team that comes out of this game is going to be champs.
Let's take a look at our keys to the game. First, for the visiting Van Wert Cougars of head coach Keith Recker. Keys to the game brought to you by Keyhole Pizza.
And you got to look at it. You got to win the turnover battle. I mean, you look at the stats. We've looked through the stats. Van Wert is +3 in the turnover ratio as far as the season goes. They got to win that game they got to win that battle to win this game. Big plays. You know Wapak's running game, they got to stop the big plays there. And tackling. I mean, Wapak's a big team. They're tough to tackle. You got to make that contact and put them down.
And for the home team, the Wapakoneta Redskins 2-1, 2-0 in Western Buckeye League play.
And same thing. They got to take care of the ball. They're -3 in the turnover ratio, so they've lost a lot more than they've gained. They got to win the line of scrimmage. The big key is going to be Van Wert's offensive line against Wapak's defensive line. The defensive line is the best I've seen in a long time here, and then they got to execute at a high level. The defense is what's the key here. If the defense shows up tonight, Van Wert's going to be into a lot of trouble.
And our keys to the game brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Number 9, Kyle Beach is going to tee it up for the Redskins, and we're just about ready to begin. Thanks for joining us here on TSC. Should be a great high school football game. It's a beautiful evening. Temperatures in the upper 70s, and the first kick is boomed and fielded at the 1-yard line. Here comes the return, and the Wapakoneta special teams will come up with the first big play, and Van Wert will open it up at their 16-yard line.
Yeah, looking at Van Wert's stats, special teams is a big thing to watch tonight. Van Wert has returned 2 punt returns, and they've had a kickoff return for a touchdown. That's 3 touchdowns on special teams. So it's going to be a key to see if Wapak can take care of their special teams.
And on that return, number 7, Brylan Parker, and he's one of the keys to that special team play for the Cougars. Redskins do a great job, and it's 1st and 10 for the Cougars on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. We're underway here at Harmon Field in Wapakoneta. Pratt will keep it. He'll go across the 20, moves out to near the 24-yard line. Nice pickup by Aiden Pratt.
Yeah, a little zone read there by Aiden Pratt, but you got to expect him to run the ball. He doesn't give that ball up too much, so watch that.
He's going to throw it this time, and he'll find his receiver, Carson Smith, but immediately hit there by the Redskins, and that's Will Campbell in on the stop, and it's going to remain 3rd down and short.
Yeah, big 3rd down play here. Let's see if Wapak can, up front can stop this.
Pratt stands at his own 20, steps up towards the center as in the ship comes Parker. He'll come into the backfield. He'll stand next to Pratt as you see the shift. Good snap. Parker with the carry, has the first down of tonight's game and moves it to the 30-yard line. So the Cougars with a 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Pretty much a dive play right there. Aiden pretty much read that pretty well. Saw the middle was open and 1st down Van Wert.
Aiden Pratt, he'll roll to the right side. Here comes the pressure and the Redskins defense. Number 6, Connor Maxtroth, a familiar name to Wapakoneta fans. He comes in on the blitz and makes the hit.
Leading tackler of this Wapak Redskins. Did a nice job. Just pretty much was a spy. Just kind of watched him, see where he was going, and then he had the open thing and got the sack.
3.5 tackles for a loss for Maxtroth. Pratt, he has time, stands at the 15, trying to make a move. Pressure is on him. Throws it downfield, wide open at midfield, and off to the races we go. Maddox Crutchfield is going to find the end zone. That's a 70-yard, let's see, let's make that a 77-yard touchdown pass from Pratt to Crutchfield, and Crutchfield wide open is obviously missed coverage there for Wapakoneta. Crutchfield, that's his 4th touchdown pass reception of the season, and we're only into week number 4.
I mean, he was pressured. I mean, Wapak did a good job pressuring him, but you can't allow everything going on. I mean, yeah, you don't want them to run, but I'll tell you what, they have 2 receivers that can do the job, and that's what happened.
Here comes the extra point. McCracken will kick it, and it looks like it was partially blocked.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And that's going to make it Van Wert 6, Wapakoneta nothing. You're watching high school football on TSC.
You're on the go and don't have time for cords to be tying you down. That's why TSC created the Cord Cutter Bundle. You get big savings for bundling internet and cable, and there's no phone requirement. Choose from 20 megabyte, 50 megabyte, or 100 megabyte speeds. No phone, minimal TV, and all lightning fast internet. Ask about the Cord Cutter Bundles and come home to TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Damon McCracken will tee it up. He missed the extra point. That puts his total at 16 for 19 on the season. And McCracken will kick it away.
19 extra points. Wow.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Redskins ready to return the favor. The kick is going to bounce. It's not even going to bounce.
Yeah.
It's going to sail out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. Flag comes down, so the Redskins are going to have good field position in their first offensive drive.
Well, let's see if this is going to be like last year's game. Last year's game was a shootout.
Yeah, there was 100 points scored in that one, 55-45.
Yeah.
Van Wert with on the edge, but a lot of points, and we're off to that kind of a start with 10:03 to go on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. 6-0, Van Wert with the early lead. They'll mark it at the 35-yard line. And Caleb Moyer A freshman will be the quarterback for the Wapakoneta Redskins.
Jace Nouse, watch that. That's going to be a key guy on this offense to see if he can get up and get this offense with running the ball. He did a nice job last week running the ball, including Caleb. Caleb had 3 touchdowns last week running the ball. So
Nouse averages 4.8 yards per carry. He's in the backfield. Over the center is Moyer. Left side it comes as Jace Nouse moves it across the 35, and we get up to about the 38-yard line. So let's make it 2nd down and 7 for the Redskins. Redskins, of course, coached by Travis Moyer in his 9th season with the Wapakoneta program. Career record of 191 and 48 coming into this season. Redskins will break the huddle. Jordan Schneider goes to the far right side. Moyer's going to roll that way, looks downfield. He's looking for Schneider. Schneider's got a step. Boy, there could have been a flag thrown, but it's going to be ruled incomplete as number 10 racing back on defense. That's Garrett Gunter. Thought maybe there might be a hold there, but
yeah, but I think Jordan kind of stopped on that play. I think if he kept going, I think it would have just been right underneath him. He would have caught it, but I think he stopped thinking they were going to use the out play right there.
It looked great setting up, that's for sure. When he rolled out, you could see Schneider was starting to get some distance there. So 3rd down and 7. Football remains at the 38-yard line. Redskins go to the air on the 2nd play from scrimmage against the Cougars. Moyer. Pass is incomplete, intended for Will Campbell. Campbell goes downfield, and it looked like Moyer's pass was for a cut.
Right. Kind of a little miscommunication there. I mean, I think he was supposed to go out, and he went up, and I was kind of a little. But that's a freshman quarterback right there. That's something he's still learning as he's going, and as the season goes on, I think you'll see a lot more communication better on that.
Kyle Beach will punt it. Kyle stands at the 25-yard line. Kyle averaging 30.9 yards per game, 0.9. High snap, sails over his head. He'll track it down and fall on it at the 10-yard line. And quickly in the first quarter here, the Redskins finding themselves in trouble.
Yeah, these are the little things we've talked about before that you got to eliminate yourself. And these are the big plays Van Wert wants to capitalize on to put this game away.
9:06 to play here in this first quarter of play, and the Wapakoneta defense is going to be really put to the test here, AJ.
Yeah, I mean, this with that offense, it's going to be awfully tough to come back from this.
Redskins ranked number 3 in the WBL in total team defense. Going to count on it, only allowing 240 yards per contest here in the early season. Got a break in the action. We've got what looks to be a timeout, so we'll take a break as well. 9:06 to play. Our score: Van Wert 6, Wapakoneta nothing. You're watching high school football on TSC.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Wapakoneta takes the timeout. 9:06 to go here in the opening quarter. And Redskins going to have to overcome some things here in this early going.
Yeah, I mean, these, like we said, these are the mistakes Coach Moyer did not want to see here early on because, like we talked about, Van Wert's offense is very, very good. And it's going to take a big stop here to hold them to a field goal.
Boy, and you talk about turnover ratio, and boy, it looms large with a bad snap like that. As you said earlier, the Redskins, a -3. Van Wert with the football. Pratt, everybody's spread out. He'll take it. Parker in motion. He'll get the carry. He goes left side, cuts in at the 10, goes towards the 5, knocked out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So a nice pickup for Parker. Just spread the Wapakoneta defense out.
You saw that play earlier. It's more of a jet sweep, and Aiden Pratt could keep it. So they just looked at that. They kind of looked at that and thought Pratt was going to hold on to it. That allowed Parker to get some yardage on that.
Parker's had 8 TDs this season. There's the quick pass out to the right side. That's number 11 with the touchdown. That's Crutchfield again, Maddox Crutchfield. Wow. 4-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, it was just a little screen out. You look at the replay right here. It's just pretty much a little screen out there, and nice blocking by the other receiver, and pretty much wide open. Crutchfield goes in for the touchdown.
Let's see if McCracken can add the extra point. On the hold is Parker. Good snap. Kick is up this time, and it looks good. And it is. Our score, 8:54 to go. First quarter action from Harmon Field. Van Wert 13, Wapakoneta nothing. You're watching high school football on TSC.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen, and check us out on Facebook.
Van Wert, a couple of quick scores against Wapakoneta. They go up 13-0 as Cougars will kick it off, and a long snap that was just a little bit too high and long results in the second touchdown as Maddox Crutchfield, 2 more touchdown pass receptions. He's got 5 TDs on the season. Here comes the return now, says the Cougar special teams will stop him at about the 24-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 24, I do believe.
Yep.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Redskins, and see what they can do on offense. They had that second. You look back in that first series that they did have the football, and the pass play is the one that caught the Cougars by surprise, and just, of course, it wasn't able to be completed, and Redskins fell short of the first down. Let's see what happens here. Moyer's the quarterback. 2 backs in the backfield. Mextro comes up to the wing slot. Now so go to the left side, and he'll get to the 30-yard line. Nice tackle there by number 15 on the Cougar defense. That's who else?
Yeah.
Aiden Pratt.
Aiden Pratt.
He was second-team all-league defense last year at end. If you can't throw the football, you can also stop it. Isn't that amazing?
And the thing is, he can score 30 points a game in basketball, too, so that just shows what type of athlete he is.
He's on the right side, number 15, that is. Wapakoneta will have 3 receivers to the right. Moyer's going to try and go to the opposite, the short side. He'll get up to about the 31, and a host of Cougars will slow him down there. Look like McCracken, number 1, also in it, and Reese Krug, a cornerback, comes up to make the stop, and that's going to make it second down.
About 3, I would say.
Or make it 3rd down and 3, excuse me. 3rd down and 3, football at the 32. Redskins need to get a little momentum here. Let's see what happens. And I thought the Cougars jumped, but they didn't. They got back as Moyer looks to the sidelines.
Play clock
and
running. They're going to have to call timeout.
Redskins, unfortunately, make the jump.
Yep, they jumped.
Procedure against Wapakoneta.
Yeah, it looked like a broken play, kind of, because when he jumped up there, we thought we had the offsides, but that's just a tough. That's the little things we're talking about. I mean, those are the tough breaks Wapak cannot have in this game.
Yeah, that drops you back to a 3rd down and 8 instead of a 3rd and 3 with a couple of strong running backs and Nouse and Mextroth there.
Let's go!
So Wapakoneta now faced with an entirely different situation. 3rd down and 8, football at the 27. In motion, Mextroth. He'll go to the right side. Moyer will roll that way. Looks downfield. Schneider, not sure who that was intended for. Schneider broke long, but I think it might have been intended for Nouse over on the sidelines. It's incomplete. Stops our clock at 7:02 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard, and
it was kind of the same play we talked about on that first drive where they had Jordan Schneider going a little streak, and it was a dink and dunk. But I think he was looking at Nouse, and you're right, just that ball was not thrown very well. And once again, Wapak's in punting situation.
Now it's the mental aspect of it. They've got to get a good snap off, and they do. A fair catch at the 40 by Parker, and he'll go back to about the 37 and make the catch, and that's where Van Wert will have the football.
Yeah, I mean, offensively, Wapak's got to find their niche right now. 2 drives, really, they have -7 yards in 2 drives. And I mean, the punt did not help anything, but still, offensively, Wapak's got to find something if they want to stay in this game.
Cougars will spread it out. 2 receivers short side, 3 to the wide side. Pratt looks to the left side. That's where he goes. Pass is completed. Carson Smith with the catch. Smith comes into tonight's game. That should be catch number 6 on the season. And that'll put him over 100 yards plus for the season.
Yeah.
Football at midfield. In motion is Parker. He'll go to the right side, and Connor Mextroth will make the tackle, but not before Parker picks up about 6 yards. So that makes it 2nd down and 4th. And boy, when you get into these 2nd and 3, 4, man, that's tough with a quarterback like Hayden Pratt.
Especially with what he can do with the ball.
He looks to the right side. Parker gets it. Dives forward across the 40-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Corbin Mitchell for the Redskins had the first lick on Parker, but he'll get the 1st down, and the ball goes to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 Cougars. Pratt left side. He's looking long. You go up short. Pass is completed. Near the 1st down is Carson Smith once again. 6'3", 185-pound senior will make the catch.
Yeah, that's another 10, 11-yard gain right there.
So that's the 1st down, and the clock at 6:04 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Van Wert always in a hurry.
Yeah.
Spread offense. They want to keep things moving. Parker, left side, takes a spin, puts his head down, and gets to about the 20-yard line.
They're getting 5, 6 yards per play right now, and it's just really Wapak's doing nothing to stop them right now.
That was a 6-yard gain for Parker. Pratt. Pass is completed inside the 15 as the pass is completed to Connor Campbell. I tell you, that's one thing that is amazing when you do look at the Van Wert receiving stats, the number of different receivers.
Yep.
Lots of different receivers in the act.
Oh, yeah.
For the Cougars. Parker, he sets up next to Pratt. Pratt takes the snap, rolls left. They'll bring it up short, and it's going to go inside the 5.
Yeah, I would say about the 2-yard line, maybe 3-yard line.
Let's call it the 3-yard line.
Yeah, that's going to be.
I think that was Campbell on the catch, maybe.
Yeah, it was Campbell. Yes. But, I mean, Pratt's 8 for 8 already to start this game out.
That doesn't hurt your passing efficiency, does it? There goes Parker looking for the end zone. 3-yard run, and Brylan Parker finds the end zone. 9th touchdown of the season.
Wow.
For Parker on a 3-yard run. Take a look at it one more time. Just a great surge by that offensive line for the Cougars.
Just pretty much a zone read play. I mean, right up the middle with the dive, and Parker takes it in for 3 yards, touchdown.
And they're concerned about the offensive line this season for Van Wert. Lost a lot of folks up front. Looking pretty good here in the first quarter against Wapakoneta.
That's blocked.
Kick is blocked, and that's been the bright spot for Wapakoneta here in the early going. Kick fails, so our score, the Van Wert Cougars 19, Wapakoneta nothing. You're watching high school football on TSC.
Sometimes you just don't want to get out of your car. That's why TSC has made it easy for you to pay your bill. We have drive-up payment drop boxes at our St. Mary's and Wapakoneta offices. Just pull in, drive around, and drop off your payment. Just one more convenience to show you how much we appreciate you.
TSC, give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Carriage Works has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. Carriage Works thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. Carriage Works now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. Carriage Works has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for Carriage Works. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Corbin Mitchell with a blocked extra point for the Wapakoneta Redskins and keeps the score at 19-0, but Cougars will kick it away, and they're showing a very balanced offensive attack.
Yeah, I mean, they're 8 for 8 passing. I mean, they got mixed in a little run there, and tell you what, they're the real deal.
Here comes a return. Nouse, he's at the 20. He'll get across to maybe the 22-yard line. You know, you're talking about quarterback ratings, about efficiency. Pratt came into today's game at 183.1 for a rating, which is pretty phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
And can that stat go up?
Well, right now it is.
Right now it could, I suppose. That's a marvelous rating, 183.1. Obviously leads the Western Buckeye League by a long way.
I would imagine the state of Ohio.
Let's see if the Redskins can get something going. Nouse goes to the right side across the 25. Should be near the 27, so Nouse picks up some good yardage.
Pretty much their bread and butter play, a little off tackle. That, once again, I mean, I think that they're not out of this. I mean, I'll tell you what, Walpock, the way they play, they're not out of this by a long shot. They got plenty of time. It's just a matter of being more efficient offensively and making stops defensively is what's going to do it.
2 receivers to the right side. They've also got a wing back. Nouse next to Moyer. Pitch goes to Moyer. He is going to the left side as they try to spread it out. He dives for that first down. It's going to be close.
Yeah, he's still going to be about a yard or 2 short.
Depends on where. It looks like they're going to mark it about a yard short of it. So that'll make it 3rd down and 1. And
hey, it's a lot better than 3rd and 8. I mean,
that's true.
So that's a positive so far.
3rd down and 1, and of course the last time they had 3rd down and 3 and they had the penalty.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens. They'll line up with Moyer over the ball, over the center. It comes a straight dive by Mextroth, and he's got the first down and more. And the Redskins pick up their first down of tonight's contest, and the ball goes to the 36-yard line with 4:20 to play. You're in the opening quarter of play.
well-needed first down. I mean, that's something you got to find some positives right now, and that's a big positive for Wapak.
4:06 and the clock counting down on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Boyer stands at the 31. Short pass is completed across the 40 and across the 45 to about the 48-yard line as with the catch, number 10, Grant Jolly.
Yeah.
5'11"
Looking
sophomore.
to be their quarterback coming out of preseason and wind up moving him up to receiver. Great athlete.
There you see the play to Jolly, and tackle there by Carson Smith, and Redskins looking to move into Cougar territory for the first time tonight. Moyer, short pass to Jolly. Jolly steps inside the 50, moves forward.
I thought he had his face mask.
Must have just pulled on his jersey.
Yeah.
That caught the attention of a couple of those on the Wapakoneta sidelines, but it's going to make it second down. And looks like about 5 yards. Let's take a look at it one more time on our replay. It just looked like a shoulder pad.
Shoulder pad. Yep, you're right.
So Jolly will come out. Play comes in from the sidelines as coming to the left side is Jordan Schneider. 2 in the backfield. Straight ahead goes Moyer. He'll pick up the first down.
Nice play call. I think that, once again, I mean, you're looking at things, they're attacking, and you look at that middle, it was wide open. Good play call by Coach Moyer.
Trying to get a little momentum on that offense, and they do it with a quarterback sneak. First and 10 for Wapakoneta, 2:25 to go on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Football at the Van Wert 41. Cougars up 19-0. Schneider to the far left side, Jolly to the short side. Moyer's going to keep it. He's in trouble, and it looks like he's going to lose a yard. As number 53 with the stop for Van Wert, Jacob First.
Yeah, they kind of went with a nickel back on that, and they kind of spied Moyer on that because they thought he was going to throw it out to Jolly like the last 2 plays they did, but they didn't fall for it. So nice job by the Van Wert defense.
Also in on that stop is Jackson Jones, number 55. So 53 and 55 on the left side of the Cougar defense in on that stop. Clock at 1.5 minutes. Straight back, Moyer's under pressure, and he's going to be sacked there as number 11, Maddox Crutchfield, who's been all over the place on offense and defense now. Big sack, and that's going to send them all the way back to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that's about a 14-yard loss on that play.
Goes back into Wapakoneta territory as we come into the final minute of the first quarter of play. Joey Truesdale into the lineup for the Redskins as Jolly will come out. 3rd down and 24. In motion. Here comes Nouse. Tries to cut it upfield, and he does, and gets it across the 50 to about the 48-yard line of Van Wert. So a nice gain, but sets up a long yardage situation nonetheless with 4th down and 18 is what we'll call it.
Probably going to take us to the quarter here.
Clock counting down as Kyle Beach will come out to punt. He'll stand at the Wapakoneta 38 as Brylan Parker will stand at the 14. Nice high kick. Fair catch made on the left side by Maddox Crutchfield, and Van Wert will have the football one more time as the first quarter is over. Our score, Van Wert 19, Wapakoneta nothing. You're watching high school football on TSC.
We are here, and here, and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
Back here at Harmon Field in Wapakoneta, there you see some of the folks on hand. Nice crowd, as you would anticipate. These two teams, Van Wert and Wapakoneta, talking about a year ago, 55-45. In fact, they both ended up being co-champions in the Western Buckeye League, and it's a real battle in the last couple of years between these two teams.
Well, you look at it in years past. I mean, when Keith Recker came over, I mean, they were looking to shut down the program. I mean, the program was not in good shape and everything. But I'll tell you what, Keith Recker's pretty much established his own program, done a great job developing athletes, and you got athletes now playing football because it was pretty much unknown territory in Van Wert as far as football goes. And Coach Recker's done a great job at Van Wert, and you see what they've done. They've won a state title. They've gone to the regionals last year. I mean, sky's the limit this year, the way that offense is going.
Of course, Coach Recker started in high school at Delphus St. John's with some of those fine teams. 11 years at Van Wert already. Coached a year at Marion Catholic. Also was a coach at Hillsdale College and then at Oak Harbor for 2008 through 2011. So Van Wert with the football. Parker at the 25.
Wow.
40, 45, to almost the 48-yard line.
Yeah, about a 30-yard gain on that.
Jaden Rampolla with the tackle. Way downfield, too. He had to come a long way to make that stop.
Wow.
Nose tackle for the Redskins. Snap back to Pratt. Parker. Midfield, he'll step out of bounds, stops the clock at 11:35.
Yeah, about a 4-yard gain on that. But he's just pretty much, it's a stop play, and they're throwing it out there, and because Wapak has to put a little pressure on those receivers. They got too much space. You look right there, they have too much space right now where they're just throwing it out there, and you go, it's like pitch and catch.
To the right side it goes, and out of bounds. Another reception for the Cougars.
About 2 yards.
That's Garrett Gunter, number 10, on the reception. Gunter, of course, everybody has great numbers of the Cougars coming in tonight. 18 catches for 278 yards. That's a season for a lot of teams. Straight back, Pratt going long. And pass incomplete as good defense there by the Redskins.
Nate Metzger?
Nate Metzger, number 5, the safety for the Redskins. He was there and hit the ball right. Balls hit him right on the numbers.
Yeah, that's one thing. I just, watching the Buckeyes for too many years, them not knowing where the ball's at.
That's right.
You know, if you run into them, they're going to throw a flag on that. So, I mean, great job by Nate Metzger.
It was close.
It was. But great job. And, hey, that's a stop right there. I mean, that's a Wapak stop that they needed.
Van Wert for the first time tonight with 11:03 to go here in the first half will punt it away. Kick is going to bounce at the 11, and it's going to roll, and it's going to stay down at about the 1. Make it the 2. Official marks it at the 2. And
Will Campbell kind of,
I think he thought it was going to bounce into the end zone, but that bounce didn't happen.
No, it didn't.
So now the Redskins are faced with tough field position. This has not been the half that Wapakoneta had dreamed of. Let's put it that way. It's a little
more shell-shocked than anything because they're making mistakes that you haven't seen all year long. And that's against a team like Van Wert, you can't make those mistakes. And Van Wert's made them pay for their mistakes right now.
Van Wert started the season out back in August with a 63-28 win over Bryan. They followed it up with a 43-7 win over Salina and then shut out Defiance 36-0. Straight ahead, the Redskins go, and that's Mextroth, and he's trying to get a little bit of comfort room, and he'll get, looks like about 4 yards, so let's call it second down and 6.
And the funny thing, that Salina game, they were down 7-0 at halftime.
That is amazing when you think about it.
I mean, I think it was midway through the third quarter, it was still 7-0, and boom, they score 43 points in a quarter and a half. That's how potent that offense is.
Redskins will break the huddle. Clock at 10:15. Campbell to the right side. Moyer's going to run it across the 10, 15, dives forward to about the 20. So he's got the first down, and the Redskins begin to dig themselves out of the hole on this possession.
Yeah, that's a big play right now, and keeps this drive going and keeps that offense of Van Wert's off the field with another first down.
Moyer back to the huddle. Nice run there by Moyer. Schneider goes to the far side. In motion, Campbell. Moyer's going to keep it. He'll get to the 25. That's a 5-yard gain.
Finding success with a little quarterback draw. I mean, I'll tell you what, last year with Braden Goulet back there, I mean, that was a real key for Wapak's offense last year and where they went as far as the playoffs and how their season went. And that's why losing the WBL Player of the Year was a key.
Yeah, Goulet was, as you said, all WBL honors, offense, defense, Player of the Year. Quite an athlete for the Redskins. They'll go to the left side. Pass is completed to Campbell. Going to be about a yard short of that first down, I think.
Yep.
So another big third down play coming up for Wapakoneta. Truesdale will bring the play in as Campbell will come out.
Good play call there. You look at what Van Wert's doing to Wapak. It's the same thing what Wapak can do to Van Wert. It's just pitch and catch. Throw it out there. You have the athletes to run, get some yards after catches.
Naus and Mextroth in the backfield, and it's going to go to Naus, who will get the first down. Mextroth out there with the lead block. The offensive line for the Redskins do the job, and they have a 1st and 10. Football at the 31-yard line.
Nice little drive Wapak's got going right now, and it's really taking time off the clock, keeping that offense off the field. I think that's kind of the plan Coach Moyer has got now since they're down 19-0.
Schneider goes to the left side. Now Mextroth in the backfield. Moyer straight ahead. A little help with Connor Mextroth pushing him forward. He'll get to the 35-yard line.
I'll also use that line. I mean, that line's a big offensive line. Use that to your advantage.
Redskins looking at 2nd down and 6. 2 receivers to the left side. Grant Childress, the center for the Redskins, snaps the ball. Moyer, he's tagged by number 57 in on the defense for the Cougars, and what a fine defensive play that was, as you can see it on our replay. Number 57, Devin Story.
He didn't see it coming, and I'll tell you what, offensive line did give Caleb Moyer plenty of time, but it's just, you got to get rid of that ball.
235-pound junior in Story crashed into Moyer. 3rd down and 11, and the football goes back to the 30. So yet another 3rd down play for the Redskins. This one, long yardage situation. Moyer, the lone back, in motion now, and
we're going to get a timeout.
We got some miscommunication, I do believe. We've got a timeout, 6:22 to go here in the first half. Our score, Van Wert 19, Wapakoneta nothing. You're watching high school football on TSC.
Where is that TSC bill? How can I pay it if I can't find it?
You don't need the bill. You can pay it online at telserco.com.
Wasn't there a special this month?
Yes, we got it from TSC's Facebook page.
I know I've got the announcement for the club here somewhere.
I just sent it to TSC to air on Channel 2. With telserco.com, Facebook, Channel 2, and their newsletter, TSC makes it easy to stay connected.
Now, if they could just help me clean up my desk.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Clock counting down as we approach the 6-minute mark. 3rd down and 11. Football at the 3rd down and long for Wapakoneta. They'll go to the right side. Mextroth, the fullback, he'll get it across the 30 to about the 34. Redskins will be forced to kick it away.
About 9 yards there.
That'll make it 4th down. Call it 7. Clock counting down to about 5.5 minutes, and going back deep for Van Wert, number 7, Brylan Parker, who's just boy, is he Mr. Versatile.
But I will say this, Walpock's done a nice job on their punt coverage, not allowing them to return any punts, because like we said at the beginning of the game, they have 2 punt returns for touchdowns.
Beach with the punt. It's going to go to Crutchfield over to the right side. He'll field it at the 26. Tries to work the sidelines, dances up to the 39 before he steps out of bounds. So about a 13-yard return by number 11, Maddox Crutchfield. And Crutchfield is 6'1", 220-pound senior. And I'll tell you, 220 pounds is Crutchfield. He can move pretty good, AJ.
Yeah. Especially in high school, I haven't seen a 220-pound wide receiver.
He's a big man.
Oh, yeah.
Big young man, I should say. And Van Wert's offense comes back out onto the field, and that's not a good sign for the Wapakoneta faithful, at least not so far here tonight. In the spread offense, the Cougars, Pratt looks to the right side. It's complete. And up near the 1st down as they try to get near the 1st down mark, and they mark it right at the 50. So that'll be a 1st down, I do believe, and the chains move for the Cougars.
Pratt 11 for 12 in this game.
Pratt passes complete, and they're going to lose yardage, I think, on that one, as Garrett Gunter had to come back towards Pratt to make the catch, and he goes down at the 49-yard line. I'm going to call it 2nd down and 11.
Yeah.
Can your efficiency go up if you complete a pass but yet lose yardage?
Not that I know of.
Passes to Gunter again. This time they pick up a couple of yards.
That's a good question, Dave.
Yardage is, I'd have to look at how the efficiency's compiled.
Well, if we had our little Amazon Echo and we can ask Surrey
we'd be in business. Yeah. Yeah. Pratt at the Cougar 49 looks to the right side. There's Crutchfield. Going to take a bunch of people. Jolly will get him down. Number 10. Grant Jolly, he's 5'11", 160. He makes the tackle, but we got a break in the action. Looks like we have a Cougar injury with 4:10 to go in this one. And Van Wert's with a 19-0 lead, and Thanks for joining us here on TSC. I'd like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity football action on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. Replays of tonight's contest, Tuesday, September the 30th at 5 p.m. and Saturday, September 24th at 3 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. And of course, we want to thank all of our sponsors here on TSC for tonight's contest: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, and NKTelco, bringing you tonight's contest. Also, additional sponsors for this broadcast: Burke Petroleum, Chiltech LLC, Cy Schwedeman Incorporated, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Park National Bank, Searcom, and St. Henry Bank, all bringing you action from Harmon Field. I'm Dave Helmstetter. With me tonight, A.J. Lisi, in a Western Buckeye League battle between a couple of tri-leaders of the conference. Passes near the first down and
incomplete.
Wow.
Big stop for Wapak, fourth down.
And the Wapakoneta fans, a little bit of applause for that defensive play. We also have to mention that Elita's in this foot race for the WBL title. They're unbeaten under head coach Kyle Harmon.
Yeah, he once again coached here at Wapak, and he's done a nice job turning that program around. But I mean, everybody knew, Van Wert, everybody thought Wapak, everybody thought St. Mary's would just battle it out. So Elita is kind of making it interesting right now.
Early in the season, those are the teams that are tied at the top here in the Western Buckeye League. Right now, the Cougars up 19-0 on Wapakoneta. Here comes to the right side. Boyer will keep it. Nice fake. He'll go to the 50 and a nice gain. And
nice read. I mean, that's zone read right there. You're looking at it, and I'll tell you what, Caleb Moyer did a nice job reading that. Went right up the middle, got 7 yards.
Second down, and we'll call it 3.
Right now, I would say they're the Wapak's leading rusher right now.
Would be so important to Wapakoneta to get a score here before this first half ends.
Because I'm thinking they get the ball back in the second half.
Boyer, he'll keep it. After the fake to Jolly. I'll tell you what, Jolly has excellent speed. He's got some real good quickness.
Another great athlete. I mean, as a freshman last year, as a starting pitcher, was their number 2 pitcher behind Braden Goulet. It was a quarterback battle in preseason between him and Caleb Moyer, and they just looked at Moyer and they said, we got to use his athleticism somewhere on the field, so they put him at receiver. So they got a lot of ways to use him out there on the field.
Here comes the pass to Jolly across the 40 to about the 35 of Van Wert.
I'll tell you what, he just dropped his head and just barreled over and got extra yards on that.
Redskins on the move. They pick up the first down. Clock counting down at 2:28. Take another look at this one.
Good pass right there. And look, he lowered his shoulder. Boom. Pushed him back. Got about 3 or 4 yards extra off that.
Redskins mounting what I am going to call their first real threat of today's game. Jolly, he'll have it again. He'll go across the 30 and moves into the, they're going to mark it right at the 30.
They're using the formula Van Wert's doing. I mean, you look at Pratt. I mean, Pratt is right now 14 of 15 passing. All he's doing is throwing what Moyer and Jolly are doing. They're pitch and catch out there.
He's had one long pass. That's the first one he completed of the game early to Crutchfield, and that was only because he rolled out and the Wapakoneta defense went after Pratt. Schneider goes to the right side. Jolly in the wing slot to the left. Boyer rolls right. There's the big tight end. Can he get it to him? Just over his head as The reach there for Grant Hauser, he needs to be about 6'8".
Well, and that's why I said, when you heard me say, look at the tight end was wide open in the middle. I mean, I think it was just a little too late for Caleb to look at him. I mean, good play call by Coach Moyer on that, but I think as Caleb, as a freshman, sees that a little more, you'll see that be a little quicker pass play.
Redskins looking at a 3rd down and 4. Football at the 30-yard line. Clock at 1:28. Moyer steps inside to about the 26. They're going to mark it at the 26. At least the official in front of the Wapakoneta bench is standing at the 26-yard line.
That should give them the 1st down.
That is 1st down.
Yeah.
Well, the scoreboard turns it.
Yeah. But I think they're going to measure this one.
It's very close. Let's see if they measure. Scoreboard has already made it a first and 10, but down on the field, the chains haven't changed. And there we go. They just made the change, so it's a 1st and 10. That's a big 1st down for Wapakoneta. 109.
109 to go here. I mean, like you said, Dave, they need to score here right before halftime.
First National Bank Think First scoreboard, 109, 69 seconds to go.
I think they're going to put more time on the clock, too.
And the officials signaling up to the timer, but I'm not sure what is going to take place. Coach Moyer, a couple of steps out onto the field.
Yeah, they're waiting on Kevin Bowersock to put some more time. There you go, 1:20.
1:20 is what's left. There you see the sidelines. Coach Moyer. Jolly will go to the short side. Right side and the far side are Naus and Schneider. Bextroth in the backfield. He'll block. They're going to go to the tight end, and Hauser will incomplete.
Oh, wow.
Just a little bit too much of a lead, I guess.
I thought he had it.
The big tight end almost had the catch. Clock stops at 58 seconds. That's twice, 2 near misses to the tight end.
I think they're looking to more. Yeah, a little time came off the clock after that play. Coach Truesdale was yelling up to the press box to put more time on the clock.
Say we're at 58. So that meant 22 seconds went off the clock on that play.
Now we're at 101, so we got 61 seconds to go.
Clock a factor as we close out the first half of play. Wapakoneta looking at a 19-0 deficit. Moyer, he'll find Schneider, and he'll step out of bounds at the 16.5-yard line.
That's going to be another 1st down for Wapak.
Caleb Moyer's pass right on target.
Oh, that's going to be short. My bad. I thought they had another 1st down there.
It's close. Can't be much more than a yard. They're going to mark it at the 17.
Yeah, I thought he was at the 15 when he went out of bounds.
Redskins will line it up. 2 receivers short side, 2 in the backfield. Bextroth gets the call. He'll find running room inside the 10-yard line. Clock at 49 seconds.
Yeah, nice play. I mean, Bextroth, that's their bread and butter, the dive play. Gets them a 1st down.
See it one more time here.
Yeah, right there. And they got 2 timeouts left, so they got plenty of time to try to score here.
Moyer, he wants to run, in trouble.
Throw it away.
That's going to be hit at the 21, and boy, big defensive play as Moyer goes down hard.
That's huge.
As number 23, Damon McCracken, a 5'11", 200-pound senior.
Yeah, they're going to call timeout here.
34 seconds on the clock. It's 2nd down and 20 as the 2 teams are going to go to their respective huddles and discuss this. But, boy, just a inopportune loss for the Redskins, AJ.
Yeah, that's a tough play to eat. But you got to look at it. When you've got a young quarterback like that, he's trying to make plays. He's trying to do a lot of things out there. You're going to have these little mistakes that are going to happen here. So you got to play through the grind here. But so far, I mean, especially this drive, Caleb Moore has done a great job engineering this drive between him and Grant Jolly playing pitch and catch. It's really put the Redskins where they're at right now.
Throwing at the dive play to Mextruth, and you're looking good.
Yeah.
34 seconds on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. As you can see, and the score 19-0. Van Wert, boy, they came out smoking.
Yeah, they showed what their offense is all about. I mean, you look at right now, I mean, we're talking about it now. I mean, Aiden Pratt, 14 of 16 from passing. I mean, he's showing why he's the real deal.
Yep, one of the top quarterbacks in the state of Ohio. At least that's what a lot of folks are saying. And he's certainly
2 touchdown passes. I mean, he's run a few times. I mean, so you're seeing what he's all about tonight.
And if you want to see him on defense, he's playing defensive end too. Moyer, left side, looks to about the 6 for Schneider. Pass is incomplete.
Yeah, in and out of his hands. I mean, that's a play that Jordan Schneider should make. But, 3rd and 20 right here with 30 seconds to go.
Redskins will have another couple of shots at it. Football right at the 20, so if they get to 4th down, you're looking at, from the 20, you're looking at about a 37-yard field goal, which is not what the Redskins want. But
you got Kyle Beach has got a leg. And we saw it last year where you could kick some of that. And you also got another leg in there's another kicker on there that can make some long field goals too.
Preston Meyer, I do believe.
Preston Meyer, you're right.
For the end zone goes Meyer up, and it's going to be outside the white end line. So it's going to be incomplete, and the clock's going to stop at 22 seconds. And it looks like number 9 is going to trot out there to try the field goal.
Yep.
That'll be Kyle Beach.
So 37-yard, you said there, Dave?
I do believe they're going to put her down at the 37 or at the 27. And number 5 will have the hold. That's Nate Metzger. Metzger will place it at the 27-yard line, and the whistle blows.
Timeout, Wapak.
Redskins will take a break with 22 seconds left. Our score, Van Wert 19, Van Wert. Wapakoneta nothing. Let me get this right.
Yeah.
Why don't we keep it here?
Yeah, let's just keep it here.
Let's just keep it here.
Yeah.
Keep it here. It's 19-0, Van Wert.
Hey, it's early in the season, Dave.
It could have been a comeback.
Yeah.
19-0, and it was a great start for the Cougars. As you take a look at the early scoring for Van Wert, they scored first in the opening quarter with 10:03 to go on a 77-yard pass to Crutchfield. Pratt to Crutchfield, making it 6-0. Extra point was no good. Then there was a poor snap on a Wapakoneta punt, sets up the second score in the next possession, and a 4-yard touchdown pass again to Crutchfield with 8:54 to play. That made it 13-0, and then Parker scored on a 3-yard run. Here's the field goal attempt. It's long enough, but it looks like it's going to be wide left. 19 seconds on the clock, and the Cougars will have the football. With 19 seconds left on the clock, AJ, what do you think the Cougars might do? You think they'll take a knee?
I think they'll take a knee. I think they're happy with how things went this half. I'll tell you what, I don't know about you, but I've been pretty impressed with their offense. I mean, they're the real deal. You kind of come in looking at their schedule and like, who have they been playing? But it doesn't matter. When you got an offense that has a leader like Aiden Pratt, I mean, it's awfully tough.
Van Wert came into tonight's game the #1 total offensive team in the Western Buckeye League. 404 rushing yards, 900 passing yards already.
Wow.
Before tonight's game, 1304 total yardage as Parker is going to run the clock out. He'll get across the 25 and almost to the 30-yard line as the clock counts down. But that's an incredible 434.3 yards per game for the Cougars this season. So big offensive things from the Cougars as we end the first half. Our score, Van Wert 19, Wapakoneta nothing. You're watching high school football on TSC.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
You're on the go and don't have time for cords to be tying you down. That's why TSC created the Cord Cutter Bundle. You get big savings for bundling internet and cable, and there's no phone requirement. Choose from 20 megabyte, 50 megabyte, or 100 megabyte speeds. No phone, minimal TV, and all lightning fast internet. Ask about the Cord Cutter Bundles and come home to TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Hi,
Back here at Wapakoneta, the Redskins looking at a 19-0 deficit as we approach the second half of football. Let's take a look at our first half numbers, AJ.
Yeah, first half numbers, I mean, you look at it, the passing attack of Van Wert's really been a big thing in this game. I mean, Aiden Pratt, 14 of 16, 2 touchdowns, 179 yards. That's a pretty good first half. For Wapak, it was more of a balance. I mean, I think they started getting in a groove there in that last drive. But it's just, I mean, Caleb Moyer, 6 of 13 for 47 yards. But I think it's a key. You got to look at the combination between him and Grant Jolly, pitch and catch, going to be a key in that second half. I think if Wapak can get a drive going, which they will here, get a shot here right at coming out of the half, can still be in this ball game. But they can't take the little things that have really cost them. I mean, there was a couple sacks there, especially in that last drive. That 11-yard sack pushed them back and forced them to kick a field goal towards the end of the half. Penalties, I mean, just little things. The punt that they hiked it over his head and it put Van Wert at the 10-yard line there in the first quarter. The little things they got to eliminate if they want to stay in this game.
Yeah, the Redskins just started out looking at a 13-0 lead right away. The big pass play to Crutchfield from Pratt, 77 yards, and then the snap over the Wapakoneta punters set up a second touchdown, a 4-yard toss to Crutchfield, and it was 13-0, and we were at like the 8:54 mark of the first quarter, and 13-0, and Redskins have been reeling ever since. And it looked like they had a little bit of momentum there in the second quarter, but unfortunately, the big defensive play for the Van Wert Cougars, the difference. Here comes the return. Nouse, he'll go across the 30-yard line up to about the 33-yard line, perhaps. We'll see how they mark it, but nice return by Nouse, who does a nice job returning kickoffs for the Redskins.
Yeah, big momentum swing here. If Wapak could put a drive here together, this coming out, I think that's going to be huge for Wapak as the game progresses.
1st and 10, football at the 33. Thanks for joining us here on NKTelco Sports as you watch on TSC. Moyer handoff. Mextroth across the 40, still on his feet, powers forward to about the 44-yard line. Connor Mextroth, boy, what a bulldog of a run.
Yeah, that's your fullback right there. And I'll tell you what, did a nice job pretty much cutting and weaving through that line. And as you can see, got a nice hole, and he takes it for 11 yards for a first down.
So the Redskins pick up the first down. Football at the 44, 1st and 10. They'll shift to the right side. Mextroth in the wing spot. That's the way Moyer's going to go. Follows that blocking and gets it to near midfield. They moved the tight end, Grant Hauser, and Mextroth over at the same time there, AJ, and that's right where Mextroth took the football.
Created a hole right there, and Caleb Moyer found that hole, and yeah, you got 2nd and 5, which is, I mean, a good play call.
Football at the 49, Wapakoneta territory. They'll break the huddle as Campbell will go to the right side, as does Schneider. Straight ahead. Here comes Nouse. First down. Boy. Nice. That looked good right there.
Yeah, nice 7-yard gain. And you look at it, look at Wapak. They're driving. They're just using the run right now.
Nouse came into tonight's game, 45 carries, 216 yards, and a touchdown. 10.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Redskins on the move in Cougar territory at the Van Wert 42. Mextroth and Nouse in the backfield. Mextroth, first man through. He'll get to the 39.
Chipping away, chipping away. That's the bread and butter for Wapak, and they're running clock. I mean, right now, this drive's taking 2 minutes.
Take a look at numbers. Van Wert has allowed, coming into tonight's game, 264 rushing yards, 382 passing, for a total of 646, which is 2nd best in the Western Buckeye League. 215 yards on the average, and Elida leads the WBL with 213. They'll go to the right side and pick up a yard or so. So here we go, AJ. Once again, we're faced with a big 3rd and 6 is a tough one.
And I think you're in 4-down territory, so you got two plays to get 6 yards.
Good point. Football is at the 38-yard line for Van Wert. So Redskins will break the huddle.
And so far, just knock on wood, only 1 penalty for Wapak.
Moyer comes to the left side. Looks like he's going to throw it. Here comes the blitz from McCracken. Almost intercepted. Just off the fingertips.
The one thing you see in this play, I mean, right there, Will Campbell is wide open right there across. But I think Caleb Moyer is just waiting just too long. If he'd throw that pass right on the run, he's got a first down.
Reese Krug almost had the interception.
Yeah, he's a freshman. He's learning, and he'll get that as the year goes on. So you got 4th down now.
Now it's an even bigger play. 4th down and 6, football at the 38. Schneider right side. Nouse comes back now to the backfield. He'll stand next to Moyer. Moyer straight back. He'll throw it wide open. Jolly. It's going to be a touchdown, Redskins. 38-yard touchdown pass from Moyer to Jolly.
Great play call by the Wapak Redskins. Right there, it looked like a post pattern by Jolly. Nobody covered him. Caleb Moyer threw it right on line, and touchdown Wapak.
38 yards, the strike by Moyer. Take a look at it one more time, and you're going to see the defender.
Yeah.
He went up.
He was looking at that slant that Will Campbell was running, and then Grant Jolly ran the post, and nobody was covering him.
Extra point. Myers' kick is up, and it looks good, and it is. Kick is good, and our score with 8:47 to go, third quarter. Van Wert 19, Wapakoneta 7. You're watching high school football on TSC.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Kyle Beach will tee it up at the 40 and kick it away. Preston Meyer with the extra point. 7 for 7 on the season for the Redskins, and Beach will kick it away. And now the Redskins have to guard against the special teams play of the Cougars. Very good so far in this young season, but that's a way to defend against it. Puts it out of the end zone, and the Van Wert Cougars will have the football at the 20-yard line. Nice booming kick there by Kyle Beach. The junior boots it out of the end zone, and Van Wert will have the football. First drive of the second half, and impressive drive by the Redskins. Hopefully that'll change the momentum a little bit here at Harmon Field.
Let's see if they can make a stop here. I think defensively, if they make a stop, and they got the confidence on the offense, I mean, Wapak has a chance.
Pratt will stand at the 15. In motion is Parker. He gets the football, cuts upfield. Good defensive play there as Connor Mextra, all-league defender, and he shows why. Let's take a look at that again. You can see Mextra come in here, AJ.
Yeah, he got off his block, and nice job, and 5-yard gain right there.
Pratt throws it out in the flat. It's complete. First down. Cougars still on his feet, fighting for extra yardage. He's going to go up to nearer the 45-yard line of Van Wert. That's a play you didn't even think was going to happen.
No. Wow.
It's completed, and the Cougars are moving the football.
There you go.
Pratt. Complete.
They're going to get about 6 yards on that one.
Garrett Gunter.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I mean, Wapak is really playing off their receivers, and it's allowing to get these short passes in.
Second down and 4. Parker comes to the right side. There's where the pitch goes. He cuts it up, has the first down. Flag on the play. Boy, we haven't seen one of those in a while.
Yeah, I would say that's about the third penalty flag we've seen all night, but that's going to come back. That's going to be holding.
Got out into that open field, and it's pretty easy to have happen. Parker had some running room, and he does a nice job when he finds that open field and had the first down, but it's going to come back. So the Redskins will catch a break here in the third quarter with 7:52 to go.
That's huge.
Let's see it again on the replay.
Yeah, you get it right here. You look at Joey Truesdale. He's being held by, looks like Crutchfeld. And Crutchfeld, yeah, you got a holding right there.
So that's going to make it second down, and it looks like about 12 yards. Second and 12. Redskins showing a little blitz. Pratt's going over the middle, though. He'll find his receiver. Fumble. Loose ball picked up by the Redskins. And they'll call it dead.
Ooh,
that gets the hometown folks a little fired up.
I don't know. He caught the ball and was running, and he lost it.
Nate Metzger, number 5, had visions of glory that time. I can tell you that much.
And Travis Moyer is on the field right now, but you look at this replay.
Let's see what we get.
You get the catch. He's turning. 1, 2. he kind of bobbled it as he turned. You're right.
Yeah. Incomplete. Third down and 12. Got an official's timeout. Are they going to ask us to review it?
Yep, we're New York right
We're
now.
New York.
Yep.
Give us a call. We'll have A.J. Lacey make the call on that one. All right.
I don't know if you want to trust that decision in my hands.
This goes to the left side. Pratt's going to throw it out in the flat.
Nice stick.
Boy, number 24.
Jarrett Mullen.
Good to see him in on that stop.
A 6-yard gain on that.
And that's going to make a 4th down and 4, and the Cougars are going to be forced to punt the football.
That's huge. I mean, that is a big defensive stand right there for the Wapakoneta Redskins.
Redskins will get the football back as the clock counts down towards the 7-minute mark.
Watch the fake.
Snap is there. Kick is a low line drive. It's going to be fielded at the 10. Here comes the return. There's a flag, and diving forward, Schneider to about the 22 or 23, but flags all over the place.
We might be getting Jarrett Mullen on the. Maybe blocking the back, maybe.
Officials will discuss it. We haven't seen too many flags until the last couple of plays.
Yep, Bush blocking the back.
So that's going to push the Redskins back. And they'll start deep in their own territory on this drive with 6:55 to go. And they will mark it at just shy of the 9-yard line. They'll mark it, they'll call it the 9. Clock stops at 6:55 on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. There you see our score. 19-7. Redskins, however, in their last possession, put 7 on the board. Straight ahead.
Nice hole.
Mextroth with the carry. He gets to the 15. That makes it 2nd down and 4. Boy, when you're looking at 2nd down and 4s, that makes the Wapakoneta offense look a lot more efficient.
Man, it felt like we talked about that in the first quarter. I mean,
we did.
It was a big difference.
Schneider will go to the right side. 2-back offense. Moyer will look to the sidelines. Timeout, Wapakoneta. We got a break in the action with 6:14 to go. Our score, Van Wert 19, Wapakoneta 7. You're watching high school football on TSC.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Back here at Harmon Field in Wapakoneta, the Redskins take the timeout. 2nd down and 4, and they want to make sure they get this correctly as they're trying to swing this momentum, AJ, toward their way.
Yeah, right now they have the momentum going that way, their way. I mean, first drive of the half, they get a touchdown. One stop here on defense, and there's 6 minutes to go in here in the 3rd quarter, and Van Wert hasn't really had the ball.
Handoff, Nouse, right side, across the 20, dives to the 25. And they're going to mark it at the 24. Helmet got to the 25. It's 6:08 on that clock as it will stop as they set it. Let's take another look at this. Good run by Nouse.
Yeah, really much off tackle play, and Nouse, he's just such a hard runner. Very strong, really can move the ball, and right now, Wapak driving.
Redskins break the huddle. Schneider will come to the Wapakoneta sideline. It's going to go to Nouse, right side. takes the short side and moves the football about 3 yards. Just playing good, solid football, eliminating the mistakes is what it always seems to boil down to, doesn't it?
This is Wapak football. I mean, grind it out, running the ball. You're going to throw here and there, but this is Wapak football. This is their bread and butter.
Mextroth and Naus in the backfield. Moyer.
Oh, nice.
There's the hole, and Mextroth with the big gain across the 40. That play is really effective, especially here in the second half. Let's look at that one more time.
You look at the hole right there. I mean, Mextroth, nice job hitting that hole quick, and he got up to it. But that middle has been open all night long because Caleb Moyer on those draw plays are going right up the middle. So, I mean, it's a good read by the Wapak staff.
Clock at 4:45. Redskins on the move. Moyer's just going to go straight ahead, and he gets big yardage again. He'll get it to the 46. 5-yard gain, so that'll make it 2nd down and 5. And Wapakoneta definitely moving the football on the ground.
Yeah, and it's keeping Van Wert's offense off the field. That's the key here.
Plus, you got a lot of folks that play offense for Van Wert on defense. So,
including the quarterback.
Defensive end.
Your quarterback's a defensive end. You don't hear that a whole lot.
You never hear that. There's the handoff, and not much yardage there as that hole will close.
But you're going to have third down at about 4. It's short.
Truesdale will come into the lineup for the Redskins as Will Campbell will come out. Moyer with the play.
Trying to see if Grant Jolly's in the game.
They're going to put Naus out here on the left side.
Watch the screen.
Moyer got a flag, I think. Whistle's blowing the play dead. Moyer
false start
gets out of bounds. That's going to go against the Redskins. Procedure call.
Little things shooting them in the foot. So they're going to have, instead of having 3rd and 4, you got 3rd and 9.
Hard to overcome them all night.
I was looking for Grant Jolly. I mean, that pitch and catch out there has been.
Here he comes.
There you go. So watch this play and see if they look at Grant Jolly on a 3rd and long here.
Campbell also comes into the lineup. Of course, the Redskins scored on the pass defensive breakdown by the Cougars. Moyer straight back. He's going to throw it. Looking downfield over the middle. There's the open receiver.
Nice
caught and a 1st down.
Nice catch.
That's number 8, Will Campbell. Helmet off. There you see Will coming off the field. And take a look at that one more time on our replay.
Yeah, it's pretty much that Grant Jolly runs the slant. Will Campbell sits in that zone, finds that open spot, and just sits there because they're looking at Grant Jolly, and Will Campbell did a nice job catching the ball, and we got a 1st down Wapak.
Campbell, 5 catches before tonight's contest for 76 yards. That's probably the biggest one of this season. Moyer, right side, looking at the 40. He gets to the 40, wrapped up there by a host of Cougars. Number 54, Logan Dotson, 6'5", 250-pound senior, says hello. That's a big defensive lineman at 6'5", 250.
You don't see that a whole lot in this area.
Football at the Van Wert 40-yard line. Clock coming down to 2 minutes here. 3rd quarter action. Redskins have, if you're going by time of possession, they've dominated here, I'm sure, in this quarter. 2 running backs, slot left. Handoff, first man through. That's Mextroth. They'll get it. They're going to mark that all the way to the 38. That's a generous mark.
It is a generous mark.
We're sitting right at the, or at least I'm sitting right at the 40.
But, I mean, I'll tell you, Van Wert's did a nice job adjusting now. You're not seeing that middle opening up just as easy now. So that's where, okay, Wapak has to look to go to the outside and look for maybe Caleb Moyer to go to the outside, or even Jace Mouse going to the outside.
Jolly's out to the left side. Moyer looks that way, under pressure, short pass over the middle into coverage, and it bounces incomplete, intended for Jolly. Stops the clock here in the third quarter at 1:26, and that'll make it a 4th down and 5, and the football at the Van Wert 38.
Yeah, I think you had Jason House there out in the swing pass, wide open. He looked at him a little more, and he might have gotten the 1st down, but right now, 4th and 5. I mean, not too bad, but big 4th down play for Wapak here.
Without a doubt, big play for the Redskins. They'll send Jolly and Schneider to the right side. 3 receivers that way. Mextroth in motion. Moyer will roll that way. Trying to string it out. There's the open receiver, and Schneider can't quite bring it in. Standing at about the 28-yard line. It's incomplete, stops the clock at 1:21, and Van Wert takes the football over at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, big stop by Van Wert. I mean, just went through the hands of Jordan Schneider. Once again, Wapak got a situation where they need a stop here on defense.
Schneider made a heck of an effort to try to bring that one in. But it's incomplete. Van Wert now will have the football, so the switch is now to the Wapakoneta defense, trying to continue to contain this Cougar offense, which here in the second half they have.
Yes. I mean, you're looking right now, 8 plays. Van Wert's had here in the third quarter, only 8 plays.
Pratt will take the snap. He's going to run it. We haven't seen this since the first drive of the game. He'll dance to the 45, and good call, and that'll make it what, about 2nd down and about 3 yards for football at the 45. They ran that play early in the first series, and we haven't seen it since.
Really, Pratt hasn't really thrown the ball.
They're going to run it again. 1st down. Still on his feet and goes into Wapakoneta territory all the way to the 47-yard line of Wapakoneta.
I mean, he's your leading rusher on the team. I mean, he really hasn't ran the ball. It's been mostly through the air, so.
Brylan Parker's had some pretty good yardage. He gets the carry this time. Straight ahead, it goes to the 40. It's just like the Cougars have suddenly switched gears to the rushing attack.
Yeah, 3 carries on 22 yards right now on those 3 plays.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 3. So this is when the Cougar offense really can be very effective. Parker. Redskins read it, and they stop it. No gain. Looks like Connor Mextroth in on the stop.
And you got Mikey Lee in there, and you haven't heard that name all tonight. He's been huge this season.
So Mextroth and Lee in on the stop.
And that's going to take it to the quarter.
That ends our third quarter, and our score, Van Wert 19, Wapakoneta 7. You're watching high school football on TSC.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen, and check us out on Facebook.
Sometimes you just don't want to get out of your car. That's why TSC has made it easy for you to pay your bill. We have drive-up payment drop boxes at our St. Mary's and Wapakoneta offices. Just pull in, drive around, and drop off your payment. Just one more convenience to show you how much we appreciate you.
TSC, give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
There you see the scene here at Wapakoneta. I think A.J. Lacey's going to start howling there. No? Nice shot.
Maybe.
Maybe. All sorts of football action around the Western Buckeye League halftime scores. If you're watching live, St. Mary's is up on OG 21-12. Elida with a 17-10 lead early on. Kenton trails Salina 13-0. Shawnee up on Defiance 12-0. Elida leading Bath 17-10. So that's Elida also unbeaten in league play, and Pratt's pass into the flat at the 40 is caught, and it's going to be 4th down and 3 yards. Gunter with the catch. And now Van Wert's faced with a big play.
Yeah, I mean, it is 4-down territory where they're at, so I can see them. But look at it this way. Watch Pratt, because look at the yardage he's gotten running the ball. So watch him look to run the ball.
I think that's what's going to happen. Is that Mextroth? He moves in.
Yep, we're going to see a timeout by Van Wert.
Van Wert will take a break. Mextroth moved into the place. Mextroth was moving around at linebacker. So 19-7 our score. Van Wert with the lead over Wapakoneta. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors here tonight. Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, and NKTelco. Additional sponsors for tonight's broadcast: Burke Petroleum, Chiltex LLC, Cy Schwedeman Incorporated, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Park National Bank, SecureCom, and St. Henry Bank. And replays for today's game, NKTelco Sports and all of its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school varsity football action on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503, Tuesday, September the 20th at 5 p.m. and Saturday, September the 24th at 3 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. And if you're in the Wapakoneta area, you go to that website and you can certainly watch this contest one more time. Right now, Van Wert faced with a 4th down and 3. Football at the 40. Pratt's going to run it. 1st down, still on his feet. He'll be pushed out of bounds there by Mextroth. They'll mark it at the 33, so the 1st down, and we predicted that one almost.
They went to the short side of the field on the sweep there, quarterback draw, and Pratt saw it, took it, and got 7 yards for a 1st down.
Pratt will take the snap. Here comes the short pass, and ball will be spotted there at the 30 or at the 27-yard line. Joey Tuesdale with the stop there for the Redskins.
There it is, offsides.
Penalty. There was a nice, something we ought to mention before we get out of here, AJ. A nice moment at the coin flip here.
Oh, yes.
Tonight before the game. Maybe you can give us a little description of what that was and what it meant to the Wapakoneta football squad.
It's, coaching with teaching with Coach Truesdale. Got to know him a little bit and his family, but his son has gone through a lot. I mean, he was born 4 pounds. Was born prematurely, had a lot of medical issues, and was in the hospital for a good 8 to 9 months with all these issues. And shout out to Coach Nick Truesdale and his family, his wife Shelby, and everything that they went through. And I will say, this town of Wapak, the community came together, did a lot for that family, and they are truly blessed to be living in Wapak. And they got him and JJ, his son, got to do the coin flip tonight.
Yeah, it was a very nice moment before the game. Pratt scrambling. Mextroth just misses him. Upfield comes Pratt, and he's going to get down to about the 16-yard line. I believe they had 4 captains of the Wapakoneta squad there for the coin flip with the Truesdale family. So very nice moment before the game tonight. 19-7 is our score here. Van Wert with the lead. They're moving. 10 minutes to play in this one. Aiden Pratt will hand off to Braylon Parker.
That's a big stop right there. That's going to bring third and about 4 or 5 right there.
Braylon Parker with the carry, so that makes it third down and about 3 yards as the Van Wert team looks towards the sideline and head coach Keith Recker for the play. As we mentioned, Van Wert all the way to the regional finals last year. Of course, both these two teams deep into the tournament a year ago. Pratt looks to his left, going for the end zone. Pass is incomplete. And nice defense.
Jarrett Mullen, nice job.
Jared Mullen with the defense.
Now it's 4th and 3. So once again, we're in this 4th down play here. Once again, you're probably going to see Aiden Pratt try to take control here.
4th down and 3, and play clock at 15 seconds as Cougars move up to the line. Let's see what the call is. Last time Pratt ran the football to the right side. In motion, Parker.
Oh, fumble. And they're going to stop it. Nice job by the Wapak defense.
Not sure if that was a trick play or just playing a poor snap. It was hard to see from our viewpoint.
It looked like, from where I was, it looked like a poor snap.
But regardless, that's really, I think that might be the first miscue of the night.
Yeah. Right there.
Oh, yes.
Crutchfield. Yeah.
Crutchfield hit it. That's why I thought for a moment it was being snapped to him.
Huge play here. Now Wapak needs to take advantage of this.
9 minutes plus on the clock, so let's see what the Redskins can do. Down by 2 scores. Van Wert defense digs in. Cougars run a 4-2-5. Lots of defensive backs. Boyer down the middle. There's Jolly. Got it midfield. Still on his feet.
Wow.
To the 35 and now to the 32. The home run play comes alive, AJ.
Oh, that's a heck of a play, and it was pretty much a post. He ran the seam route right there. Grant Jolly. He's just showing what type of athlete he is on that play. Runs a post.
Look at that one more time. There you see it.
He gets behind the safety, and right there, boom. Big play for the Wapak Redskins.
Redskins looking at 8 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. And Moyer will have to fall on it. That's right. You're not the only one with that feeling on the Wapakoneta sidelines, at least. It's going to go all the way back to the 42-yard line. Well, it's a 10-yard loss. Second down and 20. The ball. Jolly had gotten the ball. The pass play got him to the 32. Now they're starting at the 42. I think you just crank it up and throw it again down the middle.
Why not?
Moyer, here comes the blitz.
Oh, good read.
Dumps it out to Nels, and they're lucky to get anything on that play.
He felt that pressure on the backside, and I mean, good job of reading that and getting it out. Because right now you got 2nd and 15.
Couple of good things there for the Redskins. Their quarterback Moyer handled that pressure. He had to see that coming, and Nels makes a great catch. So it's still 3rd down and 15. Football to 37. 2 receivers to the left side. Jolly to the short side. Moyer looks to the left. He's going for it all. Incomplete, as it was a jump ball, and Wapakoneta fans kind of hoping for a flag, but it really was just a jump ball, and it's an incomplete pass.
Yeah. But now you have 4th down here. Big play for Wapak. Can they cash in on the opportunity that defense gave them there down at the other end?
4th down and 15. There you see Moyer, Caleb Moyer. Only a freshman. Schneider and Jolly to the left side. Moyer rolls that way. Behind the line, he's going to throw it long.
Intercepted.
Intercepted around the 10-yard line.
Yep.
And the interception by Van Wert will give them the football.
And the first turnover of the game.
The football at the, 7-yard line? 7-8-yard line? Let's take a look at that play one more. You see him almost goes past the line, then he pulls up and lets it fly.
And you had the tight end right there. You had Jolly right there. I'll tell you, I mean, it looked like he had some space to run, too. And I think he would have been one-on-one on a defensive lineman that he could have made a play on. So, a lot of options there. But right now, gives Wert their first turnover of the game.
They'll start from deep in their own territory. So that's Moyer's third interception of the season. And the Cougars in that spread. Parker is in motion. He gets the football to the right side. He'll get up to about the 15-yard line. Nice gain by Parker. So that's going to make it 2nd down and 3. Clock now a factor because Wapakoneta has to have 2 scores as they trail by 12 points at 19-7 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Yeah, way different than last year's game.
A lot different. 55-45 a year ago.
Yeah.
Started out like we were going to go that way, but defenses have dug in. Parker right side trying to cut up. He's going to get maybe a little bit of maybe a yard at most.
They're going to give them a yard. Yep. So another big 3rd down play here for Wapak.
3rd down and 2, and now if you can pin the Cougars down, force the punt, and you're going to be punting from near your end zone, then that would bring the special teams for Wapakoneta into this one. Let's see what Pratt does. I say he keeps it.
Yeah. To the right. Oh,
he's going to throw it. He's going to throw it. And there's why I'm not coaching. Pratt right on the number. Safe play to Connor Campbell. Boy, you just put that right there. Laid it right there. Wow. Flick of the wrist. That's an impressive throw.
That is.
Key time in this game, and it's a completed pass and changes the field position as well. Pratt stands at the 30-yard line, spreads the Redskin defense out. They'll go short side. Pass is completed up near midfield. Carson Smith, I believe, that time with the catch. I'll make that Campbell, Connor Campbell with the catch. Number 3. Short pass into Wapakoneta territory. Pass is completed, and trying to find out number 4. That's Luke Wessel with the catch. First time we've called his number tonight. Wessel will be to the left side. 3 receivers right. This time Parker's in the backfield. In motion. They'll flood the right side, but we got a whistle. Timeout, Wapakoneta. I believe.
I don't know what they're calling there. Oh, they're calling sideline warning.
Sideline warning. Is that on Wapakoneta? Yeah, it has to be, because that's where the official that made the call is standing. That's a little bit tight.
Yeah.
Passing along and a score in the Midwest Athletic Conference big contest. 2 minutes left in the contest. MAC battle between New Bremen and Versailles. Cardinals up 14-7. Now we got a timeout. Van Wert with 4:22 to play. Our score here. Van Wert 19, Wapakoneta 7. You're watching high school football on TSC.
Carriage Works has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. Carriage Works thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. Carriage Works now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. Carriage Works has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for Carriage Works. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
We are here, and here, and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Pratt is going to run the football, and we've got flags all over the place, and that looks like a, as you said, AJ, probably a hold against Van Wert.
A good pursuit by Wapak. I mean, they got pressure right away. They saw that was going to be that short pass on the right side and did a nice job containing that. And Pratt tried to take off, and boom, there was a holding call.
Devin Story, I think, number 57, doesn't believe the call, so I'm going to guess he might have been the one the officials were pointing the finger at on Van Wert.
It always works out that way.
I think it's 57. Yeah, 57. Devin Story, yep. Second down and 6. Clock coming up on 4 minutes on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. The spread offense is Cougars going right back to it. Looking down over the middle. Pratt's in trouble. Hey, there's a sack.
Who's that, Dawson Ware? Yes.
Number 64. Was it number 64,
yep.
Ware?
Dawson Ware. Nice
Ware
job.
with the sack.
That is fourth of the year.
Let's watch that one again.
He's had a nice year so far. I think that's his fourth sack of the third or fourth. Oh, Caden Ware. Wow, yeah.
Caden Ware.
Wow.
Dig into
He's got a brother named Dawson. I do know that.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Maybe I've got the wrong number down there.
No, it's Caden Ware.
Caden Ware, yeah. I thought they had his picture up on the scoreboard beforehand.
Yeah.
It's looking good. Ware with the
tomato.
Sack.
What's the difference?
But it's a big play.
Yeah, that's huge.
Puts the Cougars at a 3rd down and 25. We'll keep it here. 3 minutes, 57 seconds left to go in this one. And Redskins need some kind of a big play here to get to within a score, as it's 19-7. And if you're just by chance joining us in the first quarter, Van Wert scored on an Aiden Pratt 77-yard pass to Crutchfield at 10:03 in the opening quarter. Extra point kick was no good, made it 6-0, and then after a failed snap for the Redskins, the Cougars took advantage of that miscue. 4-yard touchdown pass from Pratt to Crutchfield again. This time the kick by McCracken was good, and it was 13-0. Then a 3-yard run by Brylan Parker, and the extra point kick failed, made it 19-0 with 5:14 to go in the first half. Redskins bounced back in the third quarter on a 38-yard touchdown pass from Moyer to Jolly. Extra point kick by Meyer was good, and that's where we're at, 19-7. Redskins will take a timeout. We'll take a break. 3:49 to go. Our score, Van Wert 19, Wapakoneta 7. You're watching high school football on TSC.
Where is that TSC bill? How can I pay it if I can't find it?
You don't need the bill. You can pay it online at telcirco.com.
Wasn't there a special this month?
Yes, we got it from TSC's Facebook page.
I know I've got the announcement for the club here somewhere.
I just sent it to TSC to air on Channel 2. With telcirco.com, Facebook, Channel 2, and their newsletter, TSC makes it easy to stay connected.
Now, if they could just help me clean up my desk.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Van Wert's faced with a 4th down and long. Call it about 4th and 14 football at their 45-yard line. So the Cougars are going to have to get all the way down to the Wapakoneta 41, but it looks like they may punt the football away and try and pin the Redskins back deep in their own territory.
Yeah, I mean, still 3:49 to go. I mean, if Wapak can get a quick score here and get a shot at the onside kick, they have a shot.
Looks like they may be putting some pressure on here. Here comes the rush.
Ooh.
Jolly fields it at the 21. He'll go right side.
Oh.
He's brought down at about the 33-yard line. In on the tackle for Van Wert, number 2, that's Carson Smith on the coverage. So Wapakoneta will have the football.
Yeah.
They're going to mark that at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10. Redskins really put the rush on that time.
Yeah.
Low line drive kick by Stemmen, and somehow it got through the rush of Wapakoneta. 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Let's see what the Redskins can do on offense. Two teams unbeaten in the Western Buckeye League. If it stands as it is now, Van Wert and Elida would appear to be unbeaten. Moyer down the middle, wide open. There's the receiver.
Wow.
As Connor Mextro? No, excuse me, number 8, Will Campbell. Will Campbell, he gets up. Nice catch by Campbell. That's a big gain there for the Redskins. Let's take a look at that one more time.
Wow. It was just pretty much a post pattern. Nice ball by Caleb Moyer, and once again, big pass play.
Moyer's going to go straight back and looking for Mextro at that time, and it's incomplete on what would have been
yeah, he had
kind of a screen.
He had him right open. It just, Caleb threw it off his back foot.
And on that New Bremen Versailles contest, the Cardinals pull out the victory in the final minutes. 14-7, New Bremen with the win over Versailles. If you're watching live on TSC in a Midwest Athletic Conference battle. Moyer over to the right side. Nice catch. Now hangs right in there and makes the catch. Gets hit by Wessel, Luke Wessel, with the defensive tackle, but now hangs in there. Clock is still counting down.
Ooh, got away with that.
Moyer, he's got running room, looking for the end zone. Can he get there? He'll go just short of it at about the 2-yard line. Moyer, I thought he was going to get to the end zone.
They got to hurry up.
Clock a factor. We'll come back live here as you'll see it. Mextro's handoff now is trying to cut inside the end zone. Touchdown, Wapakoneta. Redskins find the end zone with 2:33 to play. Nouse on a 2-yard run.
Boy, they've had big plays in this second half off the pass play, but that's what that passing game is set up now. It's right here for the end zone. And right now, Wapak within striking distance with 2.5 to go.
They'll try to add the extra point. Good snap, good hold, kick is good. That's going to make it 19-14 as Redskins will kick it off. Our score once again, Van Wert 19, Wapakoneta 14. You're watching high school football on TSC.
Kemmler Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Number 9, Kyle Beach. He'll tee it up at the 40, AJ. What do you think we're going to do here?
You know what? You're seeing it right here.
Here we go. Let's find out. 19-14. There it is.
Oh, that's a good one. That's
onside. Oh, what a nice play on the Van Wert Cougars' part.
And Wapak has no timeouts left.
Boy, that was such a nice kick. It bounced right up. The clock is at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And the Cougars will have the football, and let's see how they approach this.
Well, you're gonna see a lot of Parker, or you're gonna see a lot of Pratt just running the ball.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
They're pretty bold and daring, though.
You're right. They are.
Let's see what happens. In the backfield is Parker. They're going to play it safe. Redskin defense is all there. Nouse comes in, makes the tackle. They're going to lose, what, 2 yards, it looks like. They'll place it all the way back to the 46-yard line. So the clock counting down towards 2 minutes. Agonizing if you're on the Wapakoneta sideline. So not much you can do.
They're going to hike it with about minute 45.
One thing in an offense like this, you're used to working that clock. So
yeah.
Pratt, Parker, right side, trying to cut up field. Gets a few yards back, gets across 50.
It's about 6 right there.
What you're hoping is somehow that football comes loose.
Well, you're going to have third down, and that play's going to go off probably about a minute and 2, minute and 3. Probably a minute and 2.
So you're going to have a shot at this one.
Yeah.
A lot of it's going to depend on field position, too, or how they handle it.
It just depends if they can get this stop here. I mean, they got to stop them. They can't allow them to get a first down here.
Clock is at 6 seconds on the play clock. Experienced quarterback works it well, and he hands it off.
That's it.
Parker.
Parker gets the first down right there.
Let's see where they mark it.
Well, look at where the marker is.
They're not going to mark it there, BJ. They're going to bring it back.
Short.
Going to be a yard short, so it's going to be 4th down and 1. We're going to get this down to, what are we, play clock is at 25, 38 seconds, so it's about a 13-second difference.
Yeah. They got to stop them here. It's 4th and 1.
4th and 1. Pratt will call the signal. Looks to the sideline. Clock at 4, coming down to 2, 1. Van Wert takes the timeout, and a wise timeout at that. So with 12 seconds left, we'll definitely keep it here as want to pass along another score. Minster up on Fort Recovery late in that one, 41-21. So New Bremen and Minster both winning, or on the process of winning. New Bremen has already won over Versailles. Minster, the process of beating Fort Recovery.
That's a big win for Minster. I mean, watching them play last week against a good Marion local team, that's a nice win for the Minster Wildcats. Well, we look at this. Now you know Van Wert's going to punt the ball. And they're going to pin back. So
4th down and 1. Football at the 43 and 12 seconds on the clock. And the punter is Gage Stemmen.
I'll tell you what, just remember, when Wapak went after the punt the last time, they were very close to getting that punt blocked. So let's see what type of pressure Wapak brings this time and see if they can get to him.
9 players on the line for Wapakoneta. Clock at 12 seconds. Good snap. Here comes the rush.
Oh, they got it.
It's blocked.
And they're going to take it back.
Number
Holy
7
cow.
for the end zone. Touchdown, Wapakoneta.
Wow.
Number 7, Jordan Schneider, is going into the student section, and he's celebrating. A.J. Lacey, how about that one?
Wow. What a...
Jordan Schneider with a run for his life. 4 seconds left in the game.
Where's that Michigan Meme there on that? Holy cow.
Take a look at the replay.
They brought everybody. It was everybody
there
coming.
There he is.
54, Jaden Rampola. Oh, what a nice job jumping at it, and he blocked it. It was all him. And Jordan Schneider takes it back to the house.
Into the student section.
Wow.
4 seconds remain. Miracle comeback almost for Wapakoneta, but it was set up on the punt before. A couple punts before.
Yes.
They were so very close because they're trying to come up with a big play.
Right.
This time they put even more on the line, and it was the only play.
It's the only play you can, and I'll tell you what.
Now, do you second guess here? Should he just hand it off and the 4 seconds are gone?
I think that's the right call because you look at it, they punt it off, they pin Wapak back, and they got to go a long way. But you're right, going to your point, those last 2 punts pretty much set that up. They went after him and were very close, and this time they got him.
20-19 our score. Wapakoneta with the lead. They're going to go for 2 points and move the football back. Is that excessive celebration? Penalty?
I bet you they did call the penalty on that.
Oh, they're going to there'll be a delay of game, so that moves it back. I guess that's what the call is. I've seen one time, this is a couple decades ago, Shawnee and St. Mary's playing, and Shawnee punted from their own end zone. Yeah. And St. Mary's blocked it and won it on that. Final play of the game.
Wow, that's just...
And this is the same kind of thing. Van Wert is just stunned. Moyer is going to go right. Looking for the end zone. There it is. Incomplete. So the 2-point attempt fails.
There really should be no clock. Since it was an extra point, there should be still 4 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, there's 4 seconds on the clock. Yeah. You don't consume time on the clock.
Yeah, I was going to say, there should be 4 seconds on the clock due to being an extra point, but wow.
The celebration is about to unfold here. I don't know if you can do it.
Well,
we could see that kick again, the punt play one more time instead of taking a commercial break.
The student section's emptying right now.
That'd be wonderful. The student section has moved over to the front here. Going to be quite a celebration here in 4 seconds or so. What a comeback as Schneider with the run for the touchdown. Jordan Schneider, number 7. And who do we have on the block? Let's double check who gets
I think it's 54, Jaden Rampula.
Number 54 right there.
Yeah, I think
54?
Yep.
Oops.
Oh, it's Tyler Hauser.
Or Hauser, number 64? 54?
54.
54 with the block.
Tyler Hauser. Wow.
And Hauser comes up with a huge play. 6'3", 205-pound senior.
Little Mongo.
He went up there and he got it.
Wow.
Schneider picks it up. What do you think Jordan Schneider was thinking as he ran those final yards?
Yeah.
That's a wild experience, I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you, but the greatest thing is he's had the type of game where balls are just going through his hands. I mean, he's had catches right there. And to grab that ball and run it in for the touchdown makes up for everything. And that's just awesome.
What a big play for the Wapakoneta defense. This is one that will be remembered for decades.
Oh, yeah.
Wapakoneta is going to stay on top of the Western Buckeye League unless something unusual happens in the final 4 seconds. Here we go, and his knee is down, and that gives him 2 seconds.
And we're going to have to put 2 seconds on the clock.
So Van Wert's going to have one more shot at this thing.
Yeah.
Officials discussing things. Let's see where they're going to place it.
I got 3 seconds on the clock now, so.
Everybody going to play center field. Now let's see what the defense sets up in. Still the same spread offense. 3 seconds on the clock. Pratt hooking the ladder. Pratt, they're going back the other way. That's 4 times.
That. Jarrett Mullen, nice
Mullen
job.
with the defense.
Wow.
And they better be careful because we got a Van Wert player caught in that melee, and they're trying to get him away. Celebration breaks loose for the Redskins as they come up a winner in miracle punt blocking fashion. Our final score. Wapakoneta takes their first lead of the night. Wapakoneta 20, Van Wert 19. We'll be back with our recap. You're watching high school football on TSC.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
You're on the go and don't have time for cords to be tying you down. That's why TSC created the Cord Cutter Bundle. You get big savings for bundling internet and cable, and there's no phone requirement. Choose from 20 megabyte, 50 megabyte, or 100 megabyte speeds. No phone, minimal TV, and all lightning fast internet. Ask about the Cord Cutter Bundles and come home to TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen, and check us out on Facebook.
Sometimes you just don't want to get out of your car. That's why TSC has made it easy for you to pay your bill. We have drive-up payment drop boxes at our St. Mary's and Wapakoneta offices. Just pull in, drive around, and drop off your payment. Just one more convenience to show you how much we appreciate you.
TSC, give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Carriage Works has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. Carriage Works thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. Carriage Works now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. Carriage Works has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for Carriage Works. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
We are here, and here, and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Laramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
Where is that TSC bill? How can I pay it if I can't find it?
You don't need the bill. You can pay it online at telcirco.com.
Wasn't there a special this month?
Yes, we got it from TSC's Facebook page.
I know I've got the announcement for the club here somewhere.
I just sent it to TSC to air on Channel 2. With telcirco.com, Facebook, Channel 2, and their newsletter, TSC makes it easy to stay connected.
Now, if they could just help me clean up my desk.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Wapakoneta led for 4 seconds in this contest tonight, and the result, they pick up a 20-19 win. There you see the play of the game, perhaps the play of the season, though there's still a lot of football left. Jordan Schneider finds the end zone, and the student section finds Jordan Schneider, and it's quite a celebration here at Harmon Field in Wapakoneta as you see the final 20-19. What a win for the Redskins as they go 3-1, 3-1, 3-0 in WBL and stay atop the league and hand Van Wert their first loss of the season and first league loss, obviously. Let's take a look at our numbers for tonight's contest. Tale of two halves, that's for sure.
That's exactly what it was. I mean, Walpock did a nice job in the second half, just pretty much containing the ball. They really didn't allow Van Wert to do much in the second half, but you look at a lot of the stats, and Wapak, I mean, pretty balanced. I mean, they had 127 yards rushing, 215 yards passing. You look at Van Wert, 109 yards rushing, 254 yards passing. But it was a tale of two halves. I mean, they did a nice job keeping Van Wert's offense off the field. Defense made a stop. Offense got going with the passing game. And once again, Tyler Hauser. I mean, what can you say?
That's the big play of the game, and our player of the game brought to you by NKTelco, and without a doubt, the block punt. And it is so neat to give it to a defensive lineman as Tyler Hauser is our player of the game, 6'3", 205-pound senior, and big play, uno, number one in this contest by Hauser, and then Jordan Schneider running it in.
Yes.
And love to know what Jordan was thinking as he headed for the end zone. But Tyler Hauser, our player of the game, brought to you by NKTelco.
Yeah, Little Mongo. I mean, his brother was Big Mongo. He's Little Mongo, and you see him right there on the television. He's ecstatic right now to give Wapak that WBL leading victory that puts them in sole possession.
Key Western Buckeye League contest, battle of two state-ranked teams here in the early season. It goes to Wapakoneta in dramatic fashion. The Redskins trailed most of this contest. Well, they trailed ball but 4 seconds. Halftime, they were down 19-0, and Van Wert started out of the gates with a couple of first scores in the first quarter and appeared to be headed convincingly to a victory. But Wapakoneta, to their credit, they hang tough. They get a nice pass play to Jolly from 38 yards from Caleb Moyer. That was the first score. Nouse on a 2-yard run, and that made it 19-14 with 2:33 to go. And then the big play by Hauser, the block punt, and Jordan Schneider runs it in for a touchdown, and a game-winning touchdown with just 4 seconds on the clock. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors here tonight. Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, and NKTelco. Our additional sponsors, Burke Petroleum, Chiltech LLC, Cy Schwiedemann Incorporated, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Park National Bank, SecureCom, and St. Henry Bank, all bringing you tonight's contest. Keys to the game tonight brought to you by Keyhole Pizza, scoreboard sponsor, First National Bank, think first. Starting lineup sponsor, Emerson Climate Technologies, timeout sponsor, Precision Strip, player of the game, brought to you by NKTelco, MVP sponsor tonight, TSC. I'd like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity football action on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. Replays Tuesday, September the 20th at 5 p.m., Saturday, September 24th at 3 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. I'd like to thank our crew here tonight. On the cameras tonight, Mark Fissel, Kurt Kuffner, and Paul Downing. Our director tonight, Scott Robinson, his assistant, Jeff Henson. I'm Dave Helmstetter, and with me tonight, A.J. Lacey. Once again, in dramatic fashion, the Redskins go to 3-1. Our final score, the Wapakoneta Redskins 20. The Van Wert Cougars 19. You have been watching high school football on TSC.